My name's Paul Springer. This is Andy Watula. You may have seen us over the last couple of years trying to communicate our passion for ending this terrible disease through raising money to find a cure.
And thank you, Paul. I'm Andy. As many of you know, my wife Camilla passed from cystic fibrosis a little over 2 years ago. Since she's passed, we've raised over $400,000 in her name. This is from friends and family, most of whom are here in the audience. As Paul mentioned, you all are probably sick of seeing us, so we want to introduce Charlie, who's my little guy, and he can help us through the rest of tonight's
Come on up,
event.
Charlie.
Come on up.
All right.
So, Charlie, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Charlie Watula, and I am 7 years old. I am in second grade. I am a UCDS student, and my dad is Andy Watula, and my mom was Camilla.
You might not recognize the resemblance that Andy is his dad. I'm not sure.
And so we have a picture of Camilla up in the San Juan Islands about 6 months before she passed. Charlie, what are some of your favorite memories of Mama?
How funny she was.
She was pretty funny. For those of you that knew her, she had a good sense of humor, despite the stuff she had to deal with. Anything else?
How good she was at making friends.
And on the Friends
She
piece, you know, I mentioned that we have raised nearly a little over $400,000 since Camilla passed. And the Friends have been a big component to that. Not only have they helped us raise all the money that we just referenced, but frankly, they've helped raise Charlie and I over the last 2 years. So the friends and family that are here, we'd like to recognize you. So if you know Camila, if you knew her, please stand up. We'd like to give you a quick round of applause. I'll give a funny anecdote. Since we no longer have any adult supervision in the household with Camilla gone, I have many of the neighborhood wives parachuting in to make sure I'm doing the right thing with Charlie. So oftentimes they come in, Charlie and I are with our shirts off, standing over the sink. There are Nerf darts littering the house. I don't want to get them shirt dirty. And they're like, Andy, seriously, like Camila would not approve. So all kidding aside, I couldn't do this without you guys. You know, Charlie and I miss Camilla very much, and I just can't thank you enough. So,
And so, you know, Charlie, we've honored all of your mom's friends. What do you think the best way is that we can continue to honor your mom?
Raise money to find a cure.
Well,
that's right.
that's actually exactly what we're here to do. And I think you have an answer on what the easiest way to do that is tonight, don't you?
I will say that one of Camilla's last things that she told Charlie and I is that she wanted to make sure that nobody else had to go through what we had to go through. And she asked that we make sure to devote some time and effort, which we undoubtedly would do, to do things like this. And so, Charlie, without further ado, it's pretty easy to raise money tonight, right? Here, you
What do
grab
you
your
have to do,
card. Don't
Charlie?
grab mine. Paul.
What do you do, Charlie, in order to raise money?
You just raise the paddle.
That's right.
That's right. You just raised the paddle. So,
And
All right.
hold it up there, Charlie. And I think we have our first $1,000 contribution tonight from Charlie at 454. I think unbeknownst to you guys, Andy and I have actually set a personal challenge to try and raise $100,000 at the $1,000 level. And the good news, Charlie, I don't know if you know this, but your mom's friends who couldn't join us tonight have already kickstarted us with $37,000.
yeah, so we've had a bunch of people who couldn't make it here tonight who wrote in donations. So we have a good head start, I think.
So $37,000 plus Charlie, your $1,000, which I know you spent a lot of your, you did a lot of chores, saved a lot of your allowance to do that.
Questionable.
That makes it, that makes it 38,000. Andy, can we count you in to get to 39?
I'm into 39.
And I'm going to just make it around 40. So this is really easy for you guys. We only need 60.
407,
here.
455, and
All right.
454.
Let's get
So
up to
who's
100,000.
going to help us at
What
the
does that,
$1,000
what does that
level?
leave us, Charlie? I think about 60
Charlie.
hands in the air,
I think
right?
all we need is 60.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Charlie,
Come on,
over
let's
here.
help out. Here we
Let's
go.
wave it around.
60
Let's
hands in
wave
the
it.
air
Here we go.
at $1,000. I'm jumping down. Here we go. Bidder number 318. 122. Charlie, what's that number there?
333.